Min Freyon, and welcome to yet another video. I have been making YouTube videos for quite some time now, my dear friends, and I'm not sure if I have ever thanked you, my dear viewers, and especially the best fandom in the world. I'm talking about Tolkien fans and the Lord of the Rings aficionados. It has been confirmed in the last couple of months that they can't screw with us as they have with many other fandoms such as Star Wars or Marvel and DC Comics superheroes fandoms and so on and so forth. They have been wrong, of course. Amazon, they thought that they could do the same thing to us that Disney did to Star Wars fans and so on and so forth. By acquiring rights to The Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, and the appendices to The Lord of the Rings, and then milking the famous name of John Roland Reuel Tolkien and The Lord of the Rings, and proceeding to make their own fantasy TV show with their original characters. It has been confirmed that so far the characters that have been confirmed and revealed that will appear in the show are original Amazon characters, with which they will, of course, be able to do whatever they like. They fired Tom Shippey, the Tolkien expert in the world, the biggest capacity, the man who has published not only many books and publications on Tolkien, but has been an active academic, a linguist and a philologist, an Oxford Don, a university professor his entire life, such as Tolkien was. And Tom Shippey traced Tolkien's steps and walked in them himself, and was fired by Amazon. And instead, Uncle Jeff Bezos hired the so-called superfans and so-called experts and professionals who are only able to insult people on the internet and prove over and over again that they have probably never read a single line, a single passage from Tolkien's books. Amazon, of course, is completely and absolutely dishonoring Tolkien's legacy and the source material by making a show which does not resemble anything that Tolkien ever wrote. Of course, he writing his stories so that he can provide his native country, England, with myths and legends that it lacked because they have been lost after the arrival of Christianity to England. And then, after 1066, the Norman invasion, and then the dissolution of monasteries under the reign of Henry VIII, and everything that is more or less connected with England is not really English, but rather British, or from somewhere completely different, like Scandinavia, such as Beowulf. King Arthur is connected with the soil of Britain, but not England, more of Wales and stuff. And of course, the same can be said about Robin Hood, which is more of French. One of the first manuscripts I believe here appeared in were old French ballads. So that Tolkien wrote the first lines of his Book of Lost Tales in the ditches of the First World War. And because he loved languages above all things, learning them, studying them, teaching them, well, he started inventing his own languages, his own artificial languages, and he needed people, characters to speak those languages, to use those languages, and he invented stories about elves and dwarves and wizards and hobbits and ents and so on and so forth. And he based his stories, his Middle-earth, his Arda, on his native lands, the medieval and pre-medieval Europe, in which certainly looking people did not live and did not have huge settlements. Here and there might have appeared a person of a different look, if it was a traveler, or was brought to Europe against their own will, if you know what I mean. And as far as hobbits, for example, They were clearly based on the villagers, the inhabitants of English countryside from the beginning of the 20th century, where Tolkien grew up. Once again, that means that Sir Lenny Henry really has no place among hobbits. And of course, looking aside of all these things, they have decided to take the entire Second Age and compress it into a matter of a couple of weeks, and characters who never met in the books are meeting suddenly and doing things that they have never done, and have children that they don't have or never did have in the books. King Isildur has a daughter suddenly, although we all know that he only had 2 sons. Ar-Pharazôn is going to be cucked by his cousin, and he is going to have a son whom he never had in the books. And the son of Ar-Pharazôn and the daughter of Elendil are going to be in a romantic relationship. Now there's going to be another romantic relationship, and that is between an original Amazon female character, a human, and a Sylvan elf. Once again, an original Amazon character. This is no Lord of the Rings, my dear friends, and the Tolkien fandom, all the good fans from all around the world, we know it, and we refuse to accept it. We do accept adaptations because we know that things have to be changed. But the core of the legacy, the core of the lore, the core of the books, the core of Tolkien works need to be preserved and need to be kept, such as Peter Jackson did. He approached the source material with extreme respect for the author and for the lore, and he mentioned it in many of his interviews. So for those of you who are crying about the fact that Peter Jackson did change a lot of things, yes, he did. He must have changed a lot of things because he adapted the book. He adapted a 1,400 plus pages book into 3 films. Changes need to be done. But the core, the essence, they were always kept. And the respect was kept. And that is why I always say, don't give them an inch. I refuse to give Amazon any inch. I refuse to even for a second believe that they could turn it over, turn it around, and that in the end we will know that it will be good. They have revealed and they have confirmed so many things that look so wrong that there is absolutely no chance for the show to end up good, and especially not in 2022. If they wanted to appeal to Tolkien fans, they would already have proved it. They would already have shown that they care and that the show is going to be good in the teaser trailer, which has been extremely ratioed on YouTube, and thousands and tens of thousands of comments have been deleted from under those teaser trailers from Amazon Prime's official YouTube channel, and the dislikes are jumping up and down, but they are still the videos are ratioed like hell. And that is why I appreciate YouTubers and influencers such as Nerdrotic, who are very well versed in Tolkien lore and the books and also the films, and are standing with us and standing for Tolkien and standing for Tolkien fans, and are not giving Amazon an inch. And that is my stance on the entire matter. No benefit of doubt at all. Not even 0.1% of benefit of doubt for Amazon. And I shall forever stand against the desecration of Professor Tolkien and his legacy. And I bow to you, all my friends, all my subscribers, my viewers, for standing against Amazon with me. And that will be all. Thank you very much for watching once again, and namaste.